Who is this man?
Ryan, where's our intro music?
Well, Sam, we have cameras now.
We do.
Don't you? This is kind of crazy.
We're trying something new, chat. Now you can
This
see
has
our
been
ugly mugs.
it's been months in the making. We've been doing research, and hopefully this works out, and we can continue doing this.
Can't wait till we're canceled right away.
I know
We did
they they looked at me and they're like, "Get this guy out of here."
We did the face reveal too soon, Ryan.
We did. We should have had masks on too.
Oh yeah, we should have.
Yeah. But Sam, this is specifically a happy hour segment, which means we got to start this off with a shot, my guy.
Yes, sir. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Ooh.
A little strong.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to be tough.
Ooh,
I was trying
she's
to
got a
hold
little
off.
kick to her. This man's chasing with water.
It's healthy.
Now,
healthy.
chat. This is the first of our 3-part series for our summer break. We're a little late to it, but hey, you know what's in store now.
It's summer break. We were on break too, you know?
Exactly.
We had to enjoy it. We
How
work hard. We work hard to bitch about the drivers, okay?
How does it feel, Ryan, not having Formula One in a couple weeks?
You know, honestly, it's been good for me, Sam, because I don't have to deal with the disappointment of Ferrari. So it's been pretty nice, honestly. It's been peaceful. I've been taking long walks along the beach, reading my books, just kind of disassociating from it all. And I know here in like 2 weeks, it's going to be over for me again. Yep, just heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak.
I will say I enjoyed having a little bit of time off. And right around now, I was like, I'm starting to itch for it a little bit. We did some research today. I'm ready to talk about it. We got 10 races left. We're in the middle of summer break. We need some content. So I'm excited. I really am.
I'm excited too. Don't get me wrong. I am actually excited for the rest of the season. I'm excited to see how the championship battle plays out. I'm excited to see what happens with McLaren, both Oscar and Lando. There's so much to talk about there. When it comes to Ferrari, though, I'm just kind of trying to pretend that that's not happening,
Well, Ryan, we have said multiple times, let's wait till the summer break and let's talk about it. Because today's episode's all about the point system and how certain things have played out. And we have I think we have a lot to talk about here. I'm going to let you kick it off. For everybody who's listening, we have 2 more episodes that's going to be coming out, and hopefully relatively soon after each other. We're going to do a rookie talk episode and a beginner's guide for new people and, the teams and the drivers people should choose. But this episode is all about Ryan's point system. It is open. I don't have the audio cue, so just imagine. And yeah. Ryan, kick us off.
Thank you.
Tell me what's going on in the world of Ryan's point system.
Sam, there has been so much that's happened this season, highs and lows for all drivers, in the real point system and in my point system. So there's too much to talk about on a race-to-race basis for the entire grid or even for the teams. In comparing the point system that F1 uses to my point system, in the constructor standings, not much has really changed. So I'm going to kind of just throw that topic out until the end of the season, and we'll kind of see where things shape up there. So we're going to focus specifically on the drivers because that is where there's some discrepancies, and I really want to point that out here. So you're looking at the comparison of the real point system to RPS. So ones that are in green,
both are named RPS, by the way.
They are actually RPS squared, So, okay. On the left column, real points, right? Any of the drivers that are highlighted in green match in both standings, okay? Any of the drivers highlighted in yellow are only one position off from each other in each point system. So it's like a swap. So like if you look at in the real points, Max and George are 3 and 4. In my system, George is 3, Max is 4, right? Okay. So orange indicates a person is 2 positions out from where they are in the real point system. Okay. So like Kimmy's in P7 in the real points. In my system, he's P9.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And then anyone that is highlighted in red is 3 positions out or greater. And there's a good chunk of them that are out of position. Yeah. So we have Lance, Isaac, Liam, Yuki, and Oliver. Okay. And that's who we're going to discuss for in this segment. Because I really thought this was interesting. So if we look at it, so in the real point system, we have Lance at P4. He's 4 positions out from where he is in my system. In my system, he is or no, sorry, 3 positions. He is P15. Isaac is P13 in the real points. He is um, P17 in mine. Liam is in P15 in the real points. He's in P18 in mine. The biggest outliers, the ones that we're going to spend a lot more time talking about, I imagine, is P18 in the real points. That's Yuki. In my point system, he's P13, Sam. And then Oliver, P19 in the real points. He is P12, Sam. That's a 7 position difference.
Yes.
So I wanted to kind of just talk about how all these drivers kind of did, kind of where they've averaged in finishes, and kind of just get your opinion on what seems more fair for them, the real point system or my point system.
Okay. I think I already
Okay.
have I see a culprit already. I see a trend. I think I'll let you finish your speech, but I have an idea of what is the cause. And
Well, no, I would love to hear your early prediction of
okay.
this.
Well, I think obviously everything that's red is below P12 or below P11. And that is beyond the point system of F1.
Yes,
So, because in my research for our second episode, I did a lot of stuff, a little bit of Oliver. So, like seeing Oliver at P19 is kind of crazy because he's been doing pretty decently actually. And
exactly.
your RPS system accurately represents the P12, and in my opinion, to his performance. So I think I can already see that giving points out to at least the 20th place helps establish the bottom 10 better than it does, whereas the top 10 really hasn't changed that much.
No, yeah,
That's what I've seen.
and this is what I've been talking about the entire time. I don't think the my point system will ever really how it currently is set up will ever sway the points in the top 10 because they're all getting consistent points anyway. That's kind of evened out. There might be some discrepancies like Kimmy and P7 and P9, but that's about it. This is more of showing where drivers really stack up. Like we've already said, this is a bit better at aggregating where these drivers are in, week out. And where if you're an average fan, if you're new to F1, which we'll get into here in a couple segments, you know, you might look at Oliver Behrman in the standings at P19 and be like, "Oh, this guy's trash. Why would I want to root for him?" But if you actually look at his input, race in and race out, he's very consistent, Sam. I think at the end of Hungary, he got the record for most consistent points or finish outside of the points at P11. He has like 4 weeks in a row at P11 right now, which sucks for him because he's just so close, but is a testament to how consistent he is. Because there's also been plenty of times this season where he has started P20 and will get up to either P10 or P11, somewhere around there. So I think my system is definitely at least showing the back half of the grid where they stack up and, that some people should not be getting the criticism that they currently are getting. And I'll even say that about Yuki. I think Yuki's getting a lot of criticism where he's doing his best, And I think the odds are stacked against him and he's been trying his hardest. And I think my point system is better reflective of that compared to the real point system.
I think you make a very solid point because I agree. I think if somebody were to come in here out of nowhere and just look at the point system and they see Oliver and they see Yuki and it's P19, P18, you're like, well, those guys and Franco, and but Franco's legit the same position on both of them, so that's
Yep.
true.
Yes.
But like, yeah, you see Yuki and Oliver and you're like, these guys are kind of trash. But when you see their aggregate score, which is what you've done, they're like, "Oh, no, they're right in the freaking middle," kind of a thing. It's crazy that a Haas car is beating, Red Bull with Oliver Behrman over Yuki Tsunoda. That is still
It
crazy.
is. That is crazy. The reality that we have in this season compared to last year, fucking wild, man, when you really think about it. But here we are.
I'm gonna
But
s mm,
go ahead.
I'm gonna say something, that I've been saying all year long up to this point. Instead of saying, "Let's wait till the summer break and break it down," I'm curious now, Ryan, on where your top 10 will finish out by the end of the year. Because I will say this right now, hands up in defeat. You're just seeing it on paper. I wholeheartedly agree that points should be given out to every driver. That 8 points should be given. Yes.
Hey!
Seeing this written out, it makes total sense.
Wow.
It does. It really
Chat, we
does.
did it. We did it, chat.
My only thing is I think we disagree with maybe I'm still of the opinion that P1 should make more points than P2. It,
And I'm
you know?
open to that. I think we could definitely I think we could both come
Yeah.
together this off season and
Oh.
create a point system. Yeah. And to yeah, we'll just, we'll kiss. We can come together and create a point system that will be interesting enough to shape up the front half of the grid, but also be equitable enough for the back half of the grid. I think that's very fair because at the end of the day, what really pisses me off is just that the 10 drivers are working their ass off, losing pounds of weight, over 2 hours of driving in these high performance vehicles. Some of them might die or get their hands burned up at Grosjean. And they get nothing out of it. So I just think that there's some justice that needs to be had for these drivers. And yeah, that's what I really want to talk about. I broke it down. I looked at every driver at every race. I looked at where they qualified and where they finished,
Oh shit.
and highlighted where they got into the points.
Chat, live
Hold on.
reaction. Ryan's been slaving away at the Google Doc.
Dude, I have the points. I got the numbers. I got everything, man. I really wanted to break this down. I even got average finishes.
Dude, the last time I saw this, we had we had 7 bullet points for the 3 episodes we're going to talk about. Ryan's got pages. He's got 4 full pages of notes here. So,
You know what's hilarious, Sam, is I did this in like the past hour.
it's, well, now it's not nearly as impressive. I was going to
Hey,
say, what's hilarious is you're not getting paid for it.
not yet. Someday we'll be big enough.
Please donate.
Chat, give us a galaxy. Chat.
Chat, donate to the Sam Nichols Beer Fund.
Yes.
Your name could be here.
We will put your photo right on our bottles.
Just for you.
So let me just look at every driver and just kind of give you a quick synopsis here. So like when it comes to Lance Stroll, his average finish this season, because he's the first outlier, his average finish this season so far, cutting out all of his DNFs, which I think were one or two. He finished in the points 4 times. Okay. Isaac has averaged a finish of P11, which is so funny compared to Oliver, who actually has finished 11th like 4 times, but I digress. He has finished in the points 5 times. You have Liam, who has finished in the points. He's actually turned it around, Sam, in the second half, the second half of the first half of the season. So the second quarter, we could say. He's finished in the points 4 times. You have Yuki, poor Yuki, man. He's finished in the points 3 times. And then you have Oliver, who has also finished in the points 3 times. And his best performance was in China. He finished P8. That was his best performance. Despite his consistency at getting P11, was it 1, 2, 3? Yeah, 4 times. 4 times, and then he DNF'd at Hungary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it I don't know, it's just very interesting looking at this data now and kind of just seeing where all these drivers are stacking up and seeing these discrepancies. Because if you, like I said, from our POV of what we know about F1, I absolutely think Oliver's doing way better than Lance Stroll, but Lance had some good races where he finishes decently higher in the points. And I think that also comes to his years in F1, despite him not being the greatest. He can still wake up one day and be like, hey, I'm an F1 driver, and, cook up P5 or P6 maybe, some days. So compared to Oliver, who his best performance is a P8 right now. And I think that's also a testament to these guys just being rookies, which is 6 of them, which is also crazy to think
7.
about. 7? Oh, yes, 7. 7. My bad. Chat, I'm sorry. My bad.
We got the ghost.
We do. Well, okay. Do we even consider him a rookie anymore? Like, he's
just dead.
Yeah, he's off the grid.
Who?
Who are we even talking about, Sam? Who?
The Duhan?
Is it Jack? Jack?
Yeah. Seriously, I've been doing research for my own stuff, and literally everybody's grouped together Jack and Bortoletto together on the same paragraph, the same stat sheet. I'm like, I need Specifics. So
Give
all
it to
right,
me now, God damn it.
sorry, Duhan. Not sorry.
Yeah.
Do better.
But yeah, so, this is just a brief overview of the outliers so far this season. I'm going to, of course, keep track. We'll, again, reassess at the end of the year. We'll look at drivers and constructors to see if there's any changes, because the whole reason why we started this was because of the wacky finish in Brazil last year that made Alpine overtake Haas in the constructor standings. So I'm very curious to see if that happens again this year at some point. So stay tuned, chat. This is the first half of the Ryan point system.
Ryan, I think it looks great. Honestly, seeing it out in person, which I really hope, I'm really hoping chat can see it. Hopefully on Spotify. Just seeing all the colors you put into it, it's really nice. It's a lot of work.
It is,
So.
especially when I'm colorblind. That was really hard, But Sam,
Yes.
we also talked about what would happen this season if Max just took a sabbatical.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yes.
I would love to know what the outcomes would be if that happened and what the reality of Formula 1 would be.
Okay, Ryan. So, Ryan, you in chat need to go into a world of imagination. Insert graphic now.
Imagination. We just get a
Producer,
rainbow over your
editor,
head.
insert the graphic. Okay. I come with me onto a journey of what if? What if something were to happen? And
This is the Twilight Zone for Formula
yes.
1.
So my scenario that I'm going to propose to you is what if Max took a sabbatical this year, and let's say it was Liam and Yuki in the Red Bull, and would that be better for our championship fight with the McLarens between Piastri and Norris? Would it make it more interesting? Would it spice it up? Because I think there's an argument to be said that like Max is throwing a wrench into those plans. George Russell getting those wins throws a wrench to those plans. So if we took Max out of the equation, would it be more of a runaway? Would it be even closer? And that's what we're going to dive into. Now, you got to take everything I say, right, with a big grain of salt. Because as soon as you take one thing away, there's a domino effect. Well, what if Lando wasn't behind Max for 10 laps? He could have been closer to Oscar. He could have undercut him. So take all that and throw it out the window. I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay, I really don't. I will address some caveats. We're just gonna imagine that he's not there and that the Red Bulls are not in a top 5 car.
Max Verstappen does not exist. It's like the blip in Marvel.
Now,
he
Ryan,
just disappeared. He vanished.
Ryan, I too have been doing notes. So if you direct your attention to the Google Doc, boom, I've been doing stuff too on my end. The funny thing is I'm not getting paid either.
Where are you at? Where's this?
Bottom of the page. Stick with me.
Oh shit. Okay, live reaction chat. Okay.
insert eyeball pop out. I hope people have as much fun listening to this as we are doing it. But if
I
not,
hope so.
fuck 'em. I mean, I love you, chat.
Hey, listen. If they're listening to us and they don't like it, they're still listening to us, which helps us out. So joke's on them.
Joke's on them. Joke's on us. Nobody's listening.
Truth.
So I'll go through a couple big outliers because I think there's actually some interesting things. So one of the first things off, Ryan, is that we've had 14 races so far for this, up to the summer break. And Max has only been in front of the McLarens in a finishing position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So only about half-ish he's been throwing, wrenches in their plans. I'm going to go through starting from the top to the bottom. We'll start with Australia. Lando won that race. If Max wasn't there, Oscar would have moved up 1 position. That would have given him 2 points. China sprint. Max finished behind Piastri's P2. So Lando goes up 1 position as well if Max wasn't there and he finished behind them. This is the assumption that Yuki and Liam Lawson would be finishing behind Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri in every race, which I don't think is that big of a stretch.
No, I think that is exactly. I think if Max wasn't at Red Bull, I don't think Red Bull, they'd be lucky to be in the points weekly.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Yes. So then we go to Japan. Now, Japan's the first biggest outlier because Max won that race.
Yes.
With both McLarens chasing him. Now, here's where it's interesting where the points kind of change because Lando in this scenario, Lando would have inherited P1 and Piastri would have inherited P2. So Lando's points jumps up by 7 points because that's the biggest gap between P2 and P1. Is eight you secure 18 points if you get P2, 25 points if you get P1. So Lando's up 7 points in this scenario, whereas Piastri goes from P3 to P2, it's a 3-point change. From I believe it's 12 points to 15. So it's 3 points to 7 points. Bahrain, no change. Saudi Arabia, Piastri won that race. Lando gets to move up to P3 because if Max wasn't there, securing another 3 points. Another Max win, Emilia Romagna. This is the one that also hits Lando pretty badly because he was P2. So he moves up to P1, gets another positive 7 points on his overall score. Piastri goes up to P2, gets a positive 3 points. Nothing happens in Monaco. Surprise, surprise. Spain,
Yeah.
Max was too busy creating carnage on the track that he was nowhere near the top 2.
Being an absolute terrorist.
So absolutely no change here. So now we are in race 10. Now this is the biggest salt block you're gonna have to lick, Ryan. Yes, that's a horse reference. Yes, I'm keeping it in there. So if you remember,
Jack.
if you remember this race, this is where Lando crashed into the back of Oscar Piastri.
Crash gate.
Yeah. But we have to ask ourselves, how did we get here? Because it was Lando in P4.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Lando in P5, Oscar in P4, Kimi in P3, Max in P2. So if Max wasn't there, who's to say if Kimi was even near there to slow Oscar Piastri down? And if Oscar isn't slowing down, trying to pass Kimi, who knows if Lando could have caught up to him and created this incident. So this is the big nexus point of this is the most out of there what if situation. But if things would have played similarly, if the race played out.
We're in fairyland anyway, so it's fine. It's fine.
The journalist part of me wants to
sweetheart.
over-explain all of it. If you think about the tire pressure, Ryan, and if Max wasn't there, would it really rain? If you think about it. So
if God wasn't on the track,
So I think, I think we can always rely on Lando doing a fuck up somewhere. So a DNF by Lando is not that far out of the realm of possibility.
I agree.
So I'm going to keep Lando's DNF, but Piastri gets to move up to P3, which is also a 3-point difference. Austria, we had a 1-2 by McLaren. Nothing happens. Great Britain, this is also the next biggest pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Because Oscar Piastri got the penalty for doing a brake check on Max Verstappen after the safety car. Now, would Oscar have done that to Lando? Would Lando been that aggressive on Oscar?
That's a really good. That's a really good question,
what
Sam.
If.
I wonder.
Because it is. It's huge. Because I think.
Chat.
What do you think?
I want to know what you think. Do you think Oscar would have done the same thing he did to Max at that race to Lando, his teammate?
In Silverstone, safety car restart, late braking, concertina.
Would he have fucked his teammate over for the championship? I think yes, but
I think Oscar would have done exactly what he did. If the same scenario, I think he would have done exactly what he did. But
I think so too.
I think Lando would have been more passive on Max. I think Lando would have been more passive on Oscar, and I don't think he would have been. I don't think there would have been a lockup. I don't think it would have even been reviewed. That's what I think would happen.
Well, yeah, because Max is a crybaby.
Yeah, but you also have to. Yeah, you have to shut the fuck up. You also have to put a lot into this too, because if Max isn't there, is Lando being held up by Max for 15 laps? Does Lando pass him? Does Max pass him back in the pit lane and slow Lando up? There's a lot. So, but take all that away. This is a long spiel for me to say no points changed. It's the same. Belgium sprint, no change. Belgium the race, just like Monaco, absolutely fucking boring. Nothing changed. Hungary, nothing changed. Now, tally all of this up. Lando gets 17 more points if Max is not competing. Piastri secures 11 points if Max is not competing. So the new point total would have been Lando 292 to Piastri's 295. That would have been a 3-point difference between the two.
Wow.
Now? Yes, right?
Yeah. Wow.
This is why I kept it from you. It was interesting.
That is interesting. That's very interesting.
Piastri, right now he's 284 to the 275. That's a 9-point gap difference. race win and some change. This one is so much closer, man. And
Yeah.
I think that would make tensions a lot higher.
Yeah. So what we're hearing is Max needs to just fuck off for the second half of the season so we can actually see the tension build.
Honestly, Ryan, he already fucked off 3 races ago. He has
I mean,
no, seriously. Max has not caused them any problems since Canada. For 4 races, he has not been anywhere near them getting finishing in the points. Now, happening in the race, who knows?
that's wild. That honestly, I'm very surprised to see that. I knew Max would have some type of factor. I didn't expect it to be that much to where the championship battle would be that close. That is Max Lewis 2021 close, Sam.
I will say there's a slight addendum here. I just realized because I think I wrote it down slightly wrong because Max did win the Belgium sprint race. So give 1 point to both
Chat.
Lando and Piastri. My bad. I'm bad.
Chat, get him the fuck out of here.
Let's wrap it up.
Find me a new host.
I'm done. I'm done. I have a proposal to you for what we do at the end of the season. I say we do this same exact thing, Ryan. We go over your point system, and I have a new what if. I would like to do a whoever wins, Oscar or Lando. I'm going to do a what if series on what if they didn't fuck up. What if Lando didn't crash into Piastri? What if Lando didn't fuck up that qualifying run? What if he, in Jeddah, because he crashed out? What if? And that's what we're going to do for my point system at the end of the year.
Okay. Sam, I have a random thought here. So, at the beginning of the season, we talked about our side bet.
Yeah.
Right? And who would be driver's champion. And it is very obvious that neither of our picks are going to happen. Should we reassess since it's the summer break and propose a new bet?
Sure. Of who's going to win this championship?
Well, okay. Well, here's the problem with that, Sam. I think we're both going to pick Oscar. So I was thinking, who do we pick for third?
Okay. Let me quickly pull up the point standings because I have. Who do you pick, Ryan? Who's your pick?
Well, off the cuff right now, without knowing the points, I want you to tell me. I was thinking George.
Okay. You know what?
I think George takes it, but I don't know.
Okay. You know what, Ryan? Chat. There's a long history of Ryan and mine betting against each other in F1. Ryan
I lose every time.
0-4. So you know what, Ryan? Here, let's do this. I'm going to give you odds. Okay.
Okay.
If you're right, you want to bet a shot. What do you want to bet?
Yeah, a shot.
Okay. If you win, I do 1 shot. But whoever I pick, because I think George is the favorite here. Whoever I pick, and if he wins, that's 2 shots for you.
But wait, how would mine be the favorite when Max is ahead of George right now? Don't even bullshit
I'm not
me.
picking Max.
You're not?
I'm not. No, I'm definitely not picking Max.
Oh, okay. I figured you were picking Max.
No, sorry,
okay.
sir.
Okay. Well, okay. I am okay with this then.
Okay.
I figured you would take Max.
No, I'm not taking Max. I'm taking Leclerc. I'm taking Leclerc.
Okay.
Yeah.
My boy?
I'm taking the underdog. God. Wait, will I get 3 shots if I choose Leclerc?
Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it here, chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, Sam, I will gladly take those shots if Leclerc finishes third in the standings.
You'll take any kind of shots from Leclerc, back or forward. It's all yours, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A little reach around. Yes. So hold on. Virtual handshake. Okay.
It's done.
So all right. So P3 is our new bet.
Yes, sir.
I pick George. You pick Charles.
I got you.
Let's see what happens.
Okay. You heard it here. Well, Ryan, I think that closes us out for our first happy hour episode. Pretty successful.
Yeah, I think so.
Say we wind down and get ready for episode 2, baby. Don't go anywhere, chat. I don't know if this is going to whenever it gets published, I want you there.